Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Make sure you like and subscribe. Um, Today I'm gonna be doing a video on um the best album of 2019, the best songs of 2019, and the worst albums of 2019. Um, Stay tuned, pay attention, guys. um, so let me start out with the worst albums of 2019. The first album I have on the list is Little Pump's The Harvard Dropout. Um, I feel like that album was just really trash. It didn't have no songs that were like uplifting, or there was no message for me personally. I felt like everything was just very like mediocre and was just not my cup of tea. So I was just like, you know what? Hey, like this ain't for me. So let me just put it to the side and like it was just very, very like just not my cup of tea. Like I said, it just didn't sing in well with me. Like it wasn't really a good album, so I put it somewhere else. The next album is T Swizzle. Nah, no sir. Taylor Swift's album, Lover. That album wasn't really good. You know, I was kind of expecting a 1989 2.0. Because Reputation came out after 1989, and Reputation was more about like, since people have a perception and a reputation of me, let me showcase all of that traits. Like people was calling her a snake. People were saying that she likes to be the victim of everything. She complains a lot, so she's kind of showcasing all of those traits in that album. So and people wasn't really here for it because Reputation was kind of an album where either you liked it or you loved it or you hated it. It wasn't really something that you could sugarcoat or be on the bush about. It was straightforward. And personally, I liked it. I thought it was good. I mean, even though it was dark and it was kind of like it was kind of like a new Taylor that was coming and replacing the old Taylor, but I still feel like, excuse me, I still feel like it was decent and I liked it. But with this album, I was kind of expecting more of a 1989 or even better, but it just gave me something very, very, like I said, mediocre. It wasn't good. There was a couple of good songs, like the one with the Dixie Chicks. That was cute. Well, it was sad, but it was cute. Lover was a really good song. Um, You Need to Calm Down was okay, but it still was a moment in time. Me, a lot of people don't like that song, but I thought that song with Brennan Urie was good. Me, he. I thought it was a cute song, a little cute poppy song to play around, to get the era started or whatever, you know. And then what's the other song? Oh, The Man. I'm glad she did that at the AMA's performance when she got honored with the Artist of the Decade award. That song is a really good song. Um, Also, I kind of like Cornelia Street. I thought that song was dope. So like there was some good songs, but overall the album was just not my cup of tea as well. It was very, very like, I don't know, something was missing. I wasn't really I didn't get the Taylor that I wanted to get from from this album. So I just kind of like was just like, yeah, this ain't for me. Um, like I said, it was definitely some good songs, but it wasn't for me. But the album still did well. It's just that some songs they came and they went, and like there wasn't a song on that album that really stuck through, like that stick, that everything was like, oh my god, this song's such a big song. Every song just came and it went. It had its moment and it went. I don't know. It was just, I don't know, but it wasn't for me. The next album I have on there is Camila Cabello's Romance. Um, this album was just not my album too. It wasn't for me either. Like it. Her first album was so good, like a lot of like nice pop ballads, a lot of good songs. But I feel like with this one, it was like some good songs were on there, but it was just really more so like something that she wanted to do. And I feel like the only song that I can give a excuse to is First Man, because that was about her father. So like that has to like be excused. That's something that's good. But besides Shameless is a really good song. Shameless, Liar. What's the song? What's that song? Living Proof grew on me as time went. but I still feel like it ain't my type of song. But it's a little nice, cute album song. But it's a single, so it's whatever. That's her choice. But I like also with those three songs. I like My Oh My with the Baby is such a song. It's such a good song. I don't know how. That's not a single yet, but it's such a good song. It is doing pretty better than any other song on the album, but that's a gag. Also, I like Cry For Me and Easy Was cute. So, and I should have said it too. It was another good song. But I feel like the album as a whole was just something I was missing as well. It wasn't like her first album that came out, and this album first of all, they flopped. Roddy Ricch took that. Roddy Ricch was like, "You don't want that. I'm taking that." You know, but it was just like, girl. And then the controversy came out. I don't want to get into that, but this album it wasn't my album, so I'm passing on that too. It flopped. Like it ain't for me. Another album that I didn't really like this year too was the DJ Khaled's Father of Rashad. I felt like there's, like I said, was some good songs on the album. I like Just Us. Wish was one of my songs that I could jam to. Um, the one with Nipsey, Higher with John Legend. Good songs, but I just feel like the whole album as a whole, he had a lot of the people on that album that didn't really like fit with the album sounding. And I feel like he just puts people in the studio and like they just sit in this one room and they just jump on tracks and they don't even have no connection to the track. So I just feel like this album wasn't really good. I feel like what Major Key and Grateful was given, this album ain't really giving that. So I just feel like that can just go because it wasn't really giving me what I know Khaled can, deliver and give to me. Um, Chance Rapper, The Big Day. And another reason why this album was on that list is because the rollout, like the way it came out. It's not even the rollout. The way it came out, like there was no big promotion with this album. Like there's not a single that's sticking through. Like this album was all over the place. Like I feel like it's just not really like his team ain't promotion. It ain't pushing and promoting this album. So it's just making everything just so lackluster. But there's definitely good songs. Ballin' Flossin' with Shawn Mendes, Handsome with Megan Thee Stallion, Slide Around with Nicki, the other song with Nicki. Um, I think the song's called Remember with John Legend or whatever that song is called. It's such a good song. But I just feel like the whole album as a whole is just it's good, but like it's just something's missing, and the rollout of it was just it's not pushed right. It's just something's just missing. I don't know, and it's like this album could be so much bigger and better. I mean, it was good, but it just kind of flopped in my opinion. Like it did well the first week or whatever, but I don't know. It's just and I'm a big Chance the Rapper fan, so I kind of expected more, but that's whatever. But he's still good. He's still a good rapper. I ain't taking that from him. Lil Durk, King Von, and 21 Savage. Love Songs to the Streets 2 was not good. A lot of songs on there was mediocre. They was trash. The song with Nicki Extravagant, whatever that song was called, was not a good song. I kind of expected more. It was just very, very messy. Like the album was just not my album. I just wasn't here for it and syncing with me. So bye. It just was not good. And last but not least, Indigo by Chris Brown. That album, I don't know, girl. I don't know about that album. That album was very, very mediocre as well. Like, this guy's out here putting 45 songs on the album, and only like a good 6 or 7 songs is good from the album. Like, how you putting 45 songs on the album, but you can't even give a good 20 good mixtures of songs? Like, other songs on there are trash. Like, those songs that I like from the album was the singles, which were Show Me That, Show Me Love, Wobble Up with Nicki and G-Eazy. Back to Love, that was cute. The video was cute. I think it was done in Africa. Back to Love, it was cute. Undecided, but that was a sample, so I mean, of course, that was gonna be good. Um, no Guidance was okay with Drake, but it got very annoying, overrated. Um, and then Heat with Gunna wasn't bad. But the whole album as a whole was just very, very like I said, it's too long. It's not good. The song with Justin Bieber wasn't even promoted. Like it was just all over the place. It was just not the album that Chris Brown. I feel like his legacy is just it's like dissolving. It's not really like sinking in. Like people are just forgetting about him. Like it's Chris Brown and he's gonna be remembered. He's icon and he's like a legend. But it's just like I don't know. He just ain't what people really want to hear now because he's just not giving the music that we know him to give, you know. So I just feel like he could just pass somewhere because I don't know. I don't got time for Chris Brown and his shenanigans. Like the one thing that's really popping about him is his media drama and him popping out babies. Nothing else is really going on with them. So Indigo is it was a flop and it's one of the worst albums of 2019. All right, let's get into the best albums of 2019. So my first person I got on this list is Overrated by Summer Walker. This album was such a good album. A lot of good songs were on this album. Everybody who knows me know I played this album out, so I couldn't anymore. It was so good. I love "I Will Kill You" with Janae Aiko. I loved the song "Come Through" with Usher. "Body," "Just My," "Drunk Diamond," LOTD. Like this, the whole album was just monumental. I mean, there's some songs on that album I didn't really like, but it overall was still a good production. And every song that she did with "You Got London" on the track was just so good. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just a well put together album, and like this was like her first big album. It was just and like it came and did numbers the first week. It's over here doing numbers doing numbers as close as Beyonce Lemonade's first week. Like you know what I'm saying, like sales. You know what I'm saying, like it was just up there. So I was just like, yeah. And that album really made me open my eyes more on Summer Walker as an artist and how well she sings and how well she can make a good song. Like I just kind of like was musically inclined by her style of music, and I was just like, you go Summer Walker, I'm here for this. Um, and people need to leave her alone about her social anxiety is an important factor in people's life. Like you don't understand it, don't judge her. But very good album. Free Spirit by Khalid is another good album too. Very well put together album. Very nice. A nice good R&B and pop album. A good mixture of R&B and pop. Talk just went so strong on the radio, but a lot of good songs were on that album too. The whole album was just very good. I listened to it when it came out, and I enjoyed it. Um, Hollywood's Bleeding by Post Malone. Another good album, very dope. A lot of good songs. I love Circles. I love Circles. The song with the baby is good. Take What You Want From Me with Travis Scott and Ozzy Osbourne was such a good song too. The whole album was really good too. I heard the whole album. A lot of good features. One with Halsey and feature Dive. You Die For Me. I think it's called Die For Me. Very good. Nice album, well put together. Post Malone's one of the artists where it's like I like him and I hate the fact that I like his music, but I like his music. I think he's a dope artist. I like his music, and I don't like the fact that I like his music, but it's good. So, um, yeah. So it's just like I had to put him on that list. Very good, well produced album. The number six collaboration by Ed Sheeran too. Very good album. A lot of people didn't like that album, but it's a very good album. A lot of good collabs. I like the song with Camila and Cardi B. Soft off the South border. I don't know, but that's a really good song. Come sub at the border with me. Yeah, soft at the border. I think that's what it's called. Very good song. The one with Khalid Beautiful People. We are. The one with what's his face with A Boogie and Meek Mill, 1,000 Nights. Such a good song. A lot of good music was on that album. A lot of the one with Bruno Mars and Chris Stapleton, very good song. Giving that kind of rock and alternative feel. I was here for all of it. Okay, I mean all of it. Um, Also, it was just a good album. So I'm putting down that list. Igor by what's his name? Tyler Creator was such a good album. So dope, so amazing, dope, amazing, everything in one. It was just an album to remember. Such a good body of work, so it deserves to be on that list. Thank You Next by Ariana Grande. Yeah, I know I love Ariana. I couldn't skip a song. It was just so monumental, so good. A lot of good songs on that album. A lot of memorable hits. You know, like from her and from her era. Um, Also, it was just one of her, like I said, one of her best eras. Just a very dope Cadillac of music. I was just so proud of her, and this album it just helped me to heal. It was just a good album. Um, Lizzo's "Cause I Love You," very versatile, very different. so unique. I couldn't skip a song. Juice, Temple, Jerome, Cause I Love You, Like a Girl. Like every song was just so dope. Every song was just so good. It was just like this girl just have so much talent that she can give you a pop song, a R&B song, a hip hop song, a rock song, alternative song, a funk and disco song, a doo pop song. Like this girl just couldn't do no wrong in anybody's eyes. Lizzo is just Lizzo. So so yeah, just such a it was just such a good album that I just couldn't keep it from on this list. Um, what else? I had Billie Eilish. When we all fall asleep, where do we go? Such a good album. Like she and Phineas they did their thing on that album. Like Bury a Friend. Oh, I can't even. Bury a Friend is such a good song. My favorite song from that album. Bad Guy. Like every song was just so dope. Like she just gives her all. And Billie Eilish has this sound where it's like she don't sound like nobody else. Like she sounds very different. Like she and the baby, they have this sound where it's like they have like people that inspired them when like maybe when they was younger, but like they just sound very different. Like the baby, like nobody raps like him, nobody sounds like him. He sounds very different. But Eilish too, she has this song where it's like very different from everybody else, and it sounds like we haven't heard in a long time. And it's just she just does everything in her own Billie Eilish type of magic. So I can't like ever put her with anybody else. Um, yeah, so that album was just so good. I'm just so proud of her. I love her. Um, and the Baby's two albums, Baby on Baby and Kirk, two good albums, a lot of good songs. Baby on Baby was just going so hard. Sugar was a moment. Um, and then Kirk was just such a good album as well. Like a lot of good songs, a lot of good artists, Migos, Nicki, Chance the Rapper. I think YK was on that album too. Like other good people's on that album, just so good. Like I just like the baby just made me like he just made me like he makes me like hip hop music because of the way he just does his music and his sound, the way he portrays certain stuff. It's just so amazing. So I definitely feel like he's going strong. I'm so proud of him. Also, to another album that I really liked this year was and it was a surprise too. Roddy Rich. Everybody been telling me, oh, everybody's been telling me listen to Roddy Rich, listen to Roddy Rich, listen to Roddy. I'm just like, yeah, like who is this guy? Everybody knows I don't like trap music, but Roddy Rich is just such an amazing artist. Like that album, sorry for being antisocial, or whatever it was called, was so good. Like the box is my song. That's my jam. I love that song so much. Like the box just hits. It just hits home. High fashion. The whole album is just a whole bop. Like Roddy Rich is proving himself. And then when I heard Kendrick likes him, I'm like that makes perfect sense. It's like it just makes so much sense of how good of an artist he is. So I couldn't let him go. Also, another albums that I can throw in there, Hot Pink by the Doja Cat. I'm so proud of my baby. She's doing a good job. She's so amazing. The songs in that album, Say So, Cyber, like just reminds me of when Nicki first came out. Like especially in that song Cyber, like the similarity, the rap of style, the style of rap, it's just so amazing. That the Hot Pink, the video, the visuals, Ruse, like the whole song, the song that's called I think it's called Bite. Just Doja Cat is just amazing. Juicy is a song. Um, Solange When I Get Home, such a good album. So awakening, so uplifting, so transparent. Like I can just sit back and drink my water and let Solange just flow in my head and with her music and like her album. That album was just so good. Her whole discography is just amazing, but that album is so good. Harry Styles' Fine Line. That album surprised me. It was such a monumental album. The instruments, the production, the message he was spreading. Like, listen, she's a song. I love She. I love Adore You, Watermelon Sugar. Falling makes me so sad. But like the whole album as a whole was just so dope. Like Harry Styles was just doing his thing on the album. Like I'm so proud. I'm still listening. I'm fulfilled by Harry Styles. His music is just amazing. That album, because your sophomore album can either make you or break you, but he proved him so much with this album. So I'm so proud of him. And then last but not least, Beyonce, The Gift. Africa, You Go. You know what I'm saying? The Gift, such a lot of good African talents were on that album. So amazing. Brown skin girl. Like that whole album was just, like Beyonce, you did a good job. Kudos to you, Beyonce. But that's all I got for now. And Jesus is King by Kanye West, such a good album as well too. Very well produced. Once he's serving God and giving God the glory, that's all that matters. I mean, it ain't everybody's cup of tea, but it was my cup of tea because he's giving God the glory. That's what that matters, honey. But period, Pooh. That's all I got for now. I will see you on the next one. Those are my favorite albums that I like, and some albums that I didn't like, and some songs. The songs will come. I said I'm gonna put this in the video, but I'm gonna do it for next video. The worst and best songs of 2019, because I had to kind of think, and listen. But yeah, that's for now. This is the best and worst albums of 2019. So stay tuned. Hope you enjoy the video. Subscribe, like, all that. Goodbye.